So victory for my uncle meant that he was a step closer to having his first grandchild by one of his sons. All of my uncle's grandchildren have been by his daughters. I don't remember how many kids he has, but it's pretty extensive. Now, he's been itching to have for one of his sons or even me to have like children. Like he wants a grandchildren by one of the boys. Uh, my cousin has been the only one of my uncle's sons to express genuine desire to have children in the family. Knowing my cousin meant that victory meant that he would do everything in his power not to bring children into a world in a broken home. Now that we have somewhat of an understanding of who my cousin is and what motivates him, I can't necessarily say that I blame him for the path that he has chosen. With that being said, allow us to transition to the bride and her family. So, who better to start with than the bride herself? So, my cousin's wife did something that I had never really seen before. She had put in an extreme amount of effort into my cousin and the process of of the marriage itself. Um, she, the bride, likes and now wife likes to do genealogy. She went out of her way to build like a family tree for my cousin. So she invited me to collaborate and provide any information that I could on Ancestry.com. She even had interviewed our grandmother, both um, my cousin and I guess, grandmother on our side, to get any information on the Washington and the Boone families. And that really served as the foundation for her research. From there, the wife had an extensive family tree that went all the way back to the days of slavery, back in basically back in Berkeley County, South Carolina. Now, both the bride and the groom made an effort to do what was best in order to secure the bloodline. And welcome to our family. The second person I had met from the bride's family was the bride's father. The father is no longer married to her mother, but he had married his second wife, but she passed away. But he seeing his daughter, I guess oldest daughter, getting married to my cousin was an emotional moment for him, as it took everything in his power to hold back tears of joy. Now, him and I would become best buddies while hanging out on the porch after we had taken family pictures, but no need to get into all that. And now I had to save this person for last. After meeting my cousin's now wife, the wife's father, and also now the bride's mother, I can't say that I would blame him. Folks say that when you marry someone, that you're not only marrying the individual, but you are marrying their family too. And I guess I can see that. Um, from the moment that I had met the bride's mother, she had like oozed confidence and like determination. Like she had like the most resolution out of everyone involved in like the whole entire process. Um, and so I didn't speak to much. I didn't speak too much to anyone at the courthouse or afterwards because we had family pictures to take. But after family pictures, both families went back to the bride and groom's house to do some hydrating. And so I didn't necessarily know the backstory of the house until like the weekend. And so both the bride's, I guess, mom and husband bought my cousin and his wife that house that we were pre gaming in, which is kind of insane to me. Like, isn't that crazy? They also, like, the bride's mother and now husband bought a house like in a general area so that they could be closer to the expected grandchildren. Like they had originated from the Midwest, moved to California, and now found themselves in the southeastern United States. And again, they bought them a house. So back at the house after family pictures, like both families like came together like peanut butter and chocolate. Like it was nice. It was a nice little get together. Growing up, like most of my family get-togethers happened because someone had died. Like unfortunately, like um, only time we really got together was when someone passed away, and then that's when we saw each other. We had a funeral, and then after that, we had pretty damn good food, and then you just saw people who you never saw. Um, People would come from like New York, New Jersey, um, other parts of in parts of South Carolina as well. But like people would come from all over to actually like get together. But this was the first time I remember like a large family get together that really happened like in a positive way that didn't involve someone dying. Like we were actually there in order to celebrate life. The bride and groom had champagne for us to drink, and then some folks brought some of their own stuff, of course. The groom's full brother, little brother, had brought his own wine, which is delicious. Shout out to Mason. And we celebrate his on success and on being an entrepreneur. And then I spent time at the house introducing myself to everyone. I was on a campaign because I'm always on a campaign, putting my name out there, promoting myself, even though I should be doing more. My self-appointed task was to get people talking about themselves, and then I met more of the bride's friends and family. And additionally, I met family members that I had not really seen since the 1990s. It was a long day, and we still had to get through the dinner reception. The family and friends all ate dinner in a restaurant's private room. I sat on the second row next to my cousin's little brother. Shout out to Mason. The bride's mother had the cousin's little had Mason switch seats basically with the bride's younger sister, and it went like I basically have a beautiful daughter who just got married, but check this out, I also have another beautiful daughter who's younger and single. Go talk to her. Those weren't necessarily the exact words, but I said yes all the same.